welcome to my channel. This practice is for your low back. Let's get started in child's pose, balasana. So your knees can be close together or further apart, might actually feel better for a lot of us as far as the low back goes. Walk your hands out and drop your chest, drop your forehead toward your floor, toward your mat. And just take a few breaths here, settling into the present moment. Walk your hands over to the left side of your space. Drop the right armpit toward the floor and draw your right hip to the back of the room. Switch sides. Come back to the center and lift yourself up to tabletop on all fours. Cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, curl the spine, and then tuck the chin. Let's do that a couple more rounds. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Find a neutral tabletop. And then let's just focus on the low back now. So keep your upper back stiff, shoulders in the same place. And then think about drawing a circle with your hips. So it's really just the lower part of the thoracic spine and the lumbar spine moving around in a circle. It might not move all that much depending on how stiff we are in our hips and pelvic floor and low back, obviously. And that's okay. Switch direction of the circle. And neutral tabletop. Okay, left leg goes straight out and back behind you. Just pause there for a moment. Draw your belly in, draw the rib cage in. Squeeze through your left leg. One more breath. And then the left foot steps out wide. It does not have to be close to your hand. We're in a really wide stance here. Your toes are pointing out to the left side of the room. And then you might tuck your back toes under. Just rock yourself back and forth. Maybe side to side. Move kind of slowly. Be careful with your groin. And bring the left leg back in. Just switch sides. Toes point to the right side of the room. Move around. Right leg goes back to meet the left, tabletop. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands to the top of your mat and then let your chest just spill all the way down. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe you don't. Either way is fine. Forehead is on the ground, but if your chest can comfortably be on the floor, then maybe you bring your chin to the ground if that feels okay on the neck. It is not required. Now push into your elbows and pull yourself forward into Sphinx pose. So we'll lay the hips, the belly all the way down. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Pull your chest through the shoulders. Crown of the head is reaching toward the sky. Press your hips, your pubic bone, down into the ground a bit purposefully here. Just one more breath. And you can stay like this if this is enough for you, or keep your hands in the same position. Just start to lift your elbows. This is seal pose. Obviously, it's much wider than a typical cobra pose. If you want a little extra low back strength here, try to lift your feet. Maybe you just lift one at a time and see what happens. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the low back. We often need strength wherever we're feeling tension, pressure, stress. Stretching is not always the only answer. Sometimes we need a little bit of heat. We need a little bit of muscle. Just one more breath like this. And relax all the way down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, lift up to table, and just find a seat. Legs come out in front of you. And lay onto your backs. Feet together, knees out wide for reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can also take your arms up overhead to feel a little extra space in the torso. 3 rounds of breath here. Bring your right knee over to the left. You can just stack it on top of the left knee, or you can cross the leg over on top of the left knee for a deeper twist. Either way, right arm reaches to the right side of the room. Gaze might follow to bring the twist into the cervical spine up in your neck. Fun fact, your lumbar spine, your lowest spine, low back, where you are probably feeling a lot of tension and stress right now, it doesn't actually have, each vertebrae in the lumbar spine doesn't have very much degree of rotation at all. When you feel like a sense of relief in your low back from twists like this, it's because your thoracic, your mid spine to your upper spine, the cervical spine, are twisting the most. And the degree of each vertebrae twisting all the way down gives you that ultimate sense of relief in your lower spine. But the lower spine itself doesn't really actually do that much rotating. Switch sides. Come back to the center. Let your legs Lengthen out long, a very quick Shavasana. Just notice the changes, if any. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Give them a hug, rock side to side. You can keep doing this, or you can also do happy baby if that sounds nice for you. Could feel good on the low back. Grabbing the backs of the knees or the feet or the big toes, and then pulling the knees out wide towards your armpits. Trying your best to keep your low back pressing down into the ground and the shoulders as well. From wherever you are, begin to rock yourself up into a seat. And roll the shoulders back and down. Bring the hands together at the heart center. Thank you for practicing with me. I appreciate you being here. The student and teacher in me honors the student and the teacher in you. Om Shanti 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 Om. And if you're interested in joining my Patreon page, it starts in January. I will have the link below in the description. It's something I'm really excited about, and you'll have a lot more content like this, except a bit longer, a bit more in depth. And I hope you all have a happy holiday season if you're watching this in December. And again, I'll see you next time.